Yes, gladly. We are so happy to have Janaki Zaremba, who is a certified meditation teacher with over 30 years of mindfulness practice. She resides in Santa Fe, New Mexico, but is now visiting Thailand. So she's now going to be presenting from Thailand today. She has lived with moderate hearing loss since childhood and has found meditation to be a very practical tool for managing listening fatigue, stress, and emotional strain. Her work focuses on making mindfulness accessible to those of us with hearing loss. And what I would like to ask everyone to do is during the meditation, please turn off your audio, so go on mute, and the video. When we get to the question and answer at the end, which will be the last 10, 15 minutes, you'll be able to turn back on the audio and video. If you have questions, we'd like you to put questions into the chat, and Janaki will answer them at the end. You can wait till the end of our meditation to put the questions in so it's not too distracting. Remember, we're going to focus on meditation for the next 45 minutes, guided by Janaki, with the use of captions. So we'll be doing open eye meditation. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Janaki Zaremba.
Thank you, Ken, for the warm introduction. And so, yes, it's nice to meet you all. It's a pleasure, and I'm very grateful and honored to present meditation today. And as Ken has mentioned, I've had hearing loss, moderate hearing loss since childhood, and also I've been meditating since childhood. And especially looking back, I can clearly see how the meditation and the mindfulness they have been helping me in navigating some of the challenges that can come with hearing loss. As you mentioned, just kind of like I feel tired at the end of a day or after a difficult conversation, difficult to follow conversation. And so mindfulness and meditation is kind of a way to recharge. And also, if usually I meditate in the morning, so on the days when I meditate, which is actually almost every day, I notice that during the day I feel more focused, more more patient, more just more solid. And yeah, so realizing that, and also now my lifelong meditation practice has led me to become a meditation teacher. And so now I'm inspired to share the meditation and the mindfulness with you, with my fellow friends who have hearing loss as well. And also, what I also realized is like another inspiration also to offer online meditation is that sometimes, I mean, it's different for everyone, but sometimes conversations or especially social gatherings can become so exhausting that we tend to isolate ourselves, kind of think about it like, maybe I just stay home. I got invited, but I stay home. It's just too tiring. But then we do that enough times, and then we might actually feel a little bit lonely sometimes. So then we're like caught between I want to go because I want to feel connected, but I don't want to go because it's just so exhausting and potentially even embarrassing if people kind of roll their eye because I asked for another repeat. And and so this online meditation event, this one and also other ones that I do offer is also there to create a space to come together to kind of, have a sense of connection and but by design, the meditation and the mindfulness is there to calm us down, to recharge us, to leave more energized, maybe, hopefully, than before, and not more tired. So, yes, wanted to add that. And so, yeah, as Ken said, I'm going to guide a step-by-step mindfulness meditation today. And no experience is needed. It's very simple. And especially in mindfulness and meditation, simple can actually be really profound and effective. And yes, I'm happy to answer any questions after the meditation, as Ken mentioned. And yeah, we will have a Q&A, and I'm very happy to hear questions. So yes, and so we probably have some people also joining here today who don't have hearing loss. I can imagine sometimes friends and family of people with hearing loss or of the members might show up, and I just wanted to acknowledge their presence as well if they're here and welcome them as well. And if you, some people might think, oh, wait, if I read captions, how am I going to meditate? And Ken already hinted we will be doing an open eye meditation, at least in the beginning. And then those who rely on captions, they'll keep reading the captions. And for others, they might, sometimes glance at the captions and sometimes also, close their eyes if they like to. But it's definitely, I think it's a common misperception that we have to close our eyes to meditate, because the real meditation happens inside, and it's about the awareness of the breath, the awareness of the body. And so in a moment, we will start all with an open eye meditation, and then I will also let you know if you would like to, you can then also close your eyes, up to you. So let's begin. Just find yourself in a comfortable sitting position. Prop yourself up with some pillows if you like, because it's also important that we are comfortable, that we relax. And yeah, and now gently, as you're gazing at the captions, or if you're not relying on captions, as you're gazing at a point in front of you, as you're gazing at the captions, notice your breathing. Notice how the captions are appearing one by one and disappearing. Keep bringing awareness to your breathing. And now, as you're still gently gazing at the captions or a point in front of you, notice the room you're in. And without lifting your gaze, just notice. Notice perhaps the furniture in the wall, it's just the rough edges, like the blurred edges. But you're still gazing at the captions or at the point. And just become aware it's there, whatever you perceive. Keep bringing awareness to your breathing. And now bring awareness to the points of contact between you and the chair you're sitting on. Perhaps you feel the sensation of touch of your back leaning against the pillow. Just any points of contact. Just bring awareness to how it feels. And also bring awareness to your feet as they're touching the floor, as they're gently tucked away in some warm shoes. Keep bringing awareness to your breathing. And also notice notice the sensation of the air gently moving through your nose into your lungs as you inhale and exhale. Notice how your belly and your chest are expanding and contracting with your inhalation and exhalation. Also, notice the temperature of the air as you breathe in. Might be just a little cooler when you breathe in, and then when you breathe out, the air is just slightly warmer. And now as you keep breathing, make sure that when you exhale, that you breathe out completely. You just breathe normally as usual, but now also exhale completely. This is signaling our body that we're safe to relax. Sometimes when we get stressed, we tend to breathe more shallowly, and it can become a habit to breathe more shallowly. And now we can focus on breathing out completely. And then you might notice that naturally your next in breath is a little fuller, a little fresher, refreshing. But make sure the breathing is comfortable and natural. And with the exhalation, breathe out completely. Breathe out completely. And now bring awareness to your mind as well. If a busy thought comes through, that's actually totally unrelated to the session right now. Just gently let it pass by. You can come back to it later. But for now, whenever a busy thought comes through, bring your awareness back to your breathing gently. And sit with your breathing for a little longer. And remember to breathe out completely. Just sit with your breathing for a little longer. And now we're going to do a gentle breathing exercise. Very simple. Some of you already may know it. And it is another way to signal the body to relax. And the way it works is we inhale normally, and then at the end of our inhalation, we just have another little inhale, and then we breathe out completely through our mouth. We will do this together a few times. I also would like to say that if you have any health concerns, this simple breathing technique is safe for any healthy person. However, if it feels uncomfortable for you, or if you have any health condition where you think this might not be good, please just keep bringing your awareness to your breathing. Just simple awareness with the emphasis on the complete out breath. So now let's do this breathing exercise a few times together. So we inhale again a little bit, and then exhale through the mouth. Completely. Again, inhale, another little inhale, and exhale, breathe out. Again, inhale, another inhale, and exhale. Again, inhale, another little inhale, and exhale through your mouth. Completely. Inhale, Another little inhale and exhale. And now breathe normally again. And bring awareness to any subtle shift you might notice in your body after this breathing exercise. We just introduced a little bit more oxygen into our system, which will help us to relax the body and the mind. Because when our bodies are relaxed, the mind can also relax more. And the thoughts. And now you may close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. But otherwise, keep gently gazing at the captions and include this gentle gazing as part of the meditation, the mindfulness practice. And now bring awareness to the sound and silence. If you can hear sounds, notice them without adding any story. Let the sound come and let the sound go. And keep bringing awareness to your breathing. If you hear little or nothing, bring awareness to how it makes you feel. Does the quiet feel soothing and peaceful? Or does it feel uncomfortable? Just notice how you relate to the silence. And there's no need to change anything right now. Keep bringing awareness to the breathing. And if tinnitus is present, notice how the tinnitus is making you feel. How do you relate to it? Is it bothering you? Is it just some other background sound that you hardly notice? Simply become aware right now. And whether your soundscape right now is filled with outer sounds, inner sounds, or quiet or silence, allow it all to be included in this meditation, just as it is, without giving it any special meaning. And keep bringing awareness to your breathing. Feel how your belly and your chest are expanding and contracting with your inhalation and exhalation. And now let's take a few moments to reflect on gratitude. Gratitude is another way to balance us. It softens tension, it strengthens resilience, and reminds us of the goodness present in our lives, even on days that feel a little harder. And now bring to mind something you feel grateful for today. It can be something small, something meaningful, just like a beautiful sunset, a genuine smile from a random person on the street, a conversation that made you feel safe, or whatever comes up that's meaningful to you. And you may gently smile at the things you're grateful for. And take another breath in and breathe out gently. Now, let's think about another thing you're grateful for. Maybe something you don't always notice, like warm sunlight, your heart gently pounding, keeping you alive, or your determination to care for yourself. And see how it makes you feel thinking about the things that you're grateful for, the little sweet moments that brighten up your day. And now let's think about a third thing that we're grateful for, that we are grateful for. Perhaps a quality that you appreciate about yourself, a strength, a way you have grown. how you show up for other people. Whatever it is that you're grateful for, let it settle warmly in your chest, gently smiling at it, gently letting it uplift you a little more. Keep your awareness with the softness and the warmth created by the gratitude that you're feeling. And then also keep bringing awareness to your breathing, the sensation of the air as it enters your lungs and then leaves your lungs. And now we will do a progressive relaxation. I'll guide you through a progressive relaxation through the body. And before we get started, let's just acknowledge for a moment and pause to notice the effort that we might carry, especially when living with hearing loss. Listening often takes extra concentration, the eyes working harder to lip read, the mind straining to fill in gaps and missing pieces, the navigation, a frustration and insecurity that can come up during conversations. This kind of effort can leave the body tight without us even realizing it. And then add to that a long day of work, the weight of responsibilities. Stress shows up in the body, often quietly, until we pause and notice. And so now we're going to consciously bring awareness to the different body parts and try to relax just a little bit more. Now bring awareness to your head and your ears and your forehead and your eyes. And relax your head and your ears and your forehead and your eyes as much as you can. Sometimes by just simply bringing our attention there and bringing awareness to some tension that we might carry there, just by merely bringing attention there can help us to relax a little bit. And keep bringing awareness to your breathing as well. We breathe in clarity and freshness, and we breathe out and relax a little more as much as we can. And now bring awareness to your neck and your shoulders. Notice how they feel. And relax your neck and your shoulders as much as you can. And also bring awareness to your jaw and your mouth. Sometimes you hold a lot of tension in the jaw. Extra effort during conversations. And relax. Perhaps loosen your jaw a little bit by moving your mouth around. And breathe in freshness and clarity. And breathe out. Relax a little more. Now bring awareness to your chest and your belly. See if you hold on to anything there. And relax your chest and your belly. And now bring awareness to your hips and your legs. And relax your hips and your legs. And bring awareness to your knees and your calves and your ankles and your feet. Notice how they feel. And relax them as much as you can. Take a deep breath in, fresh and clear. And relax and breathe out. You might wonder, how can I relax my feet or certain other body part? Just by simply imagining it, it'll help you. And take another breath in, fresh and clear. And relax, releasing any further tension that you might carry. Feel it melting away like ice melting in the sunlight. And now gently open your eyes if you have them closed. And gently gaze at a point in front of you, or keep gazing at the captions. And as we come to the end of this meditation, notice how you feel. Maybe some of the tension you carried has softened, even a little, leaving you lighter, steadier, and calmer. Mindfulness is something that's not only reserved for meditation sessions like this one. You can also integrate mindfulness into everyday activities. And especially when you wait somewhere in a queue, you're waiting to meet a friend, or in your car at a red light, you have a moment. Instead of taking out your phone and checking your phone, perhaps sometimes you can also take this as a moment to connect with your breathing, connect with your body, feel your feet, feel your body, your legs. Just consciously bring awareness to them, or perhaps bring to mind something you're grateful for. Those moments when you're waiting are perfect little opportunities to calm down the system a little bit. And building mindfulness is a habit that's helpful to engage in some form of mindfulness practice every day so it become a habit. And it's also compounding. It can have relaxing benefits when you do it one time, but the more often you do a meditation or engage in mindfulness practices, the more stable your mind becomes, the more resilient you can build. So thank you for practicing with me today. It might help you to stay calmer and steadier for the rest of the day. And tomorrow is also World Hearing Day. Just wanted to acknowledge that too. And I hope tomorrow is a day where you feel supported, understood, and connected. And perhaps you can carry a little bit of the steadiness into the World Hearing Day as well. And if you are interested in joining another meditation that I offer them regularly. You can visit my website and sign up for a newsletter if you like. I'll put it in the chat. And there's also an event in a few days on March 7th, and you're warmly invited to join me as well. It's a free event. I'm going to put my website in the chat.
And while Janaki is doing that, I wanted to announce that the recording of this session in about 2 weeks will be on the HLAA California YouTube channel. So you can get a recording of this wonderful guided meditation. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
Janaki,
Ken.
thank you
Yeah.
so much for an amazing presentation. I must say it was a first for me personally. And I guess, Ken, would you handle the Q&A? I want to give
Sure.
everyone else an opportunity, and then I have a few questions as well.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, we've asked people to put any questions into the chat, and I don't see any so far. Janaki, do you see any coming through there?
Or Ken, you go to the reactions, the little heart, and click on raise hand, then we can see who is, that's another way to do
Yeah.
it. So I'll raise my hand, for example. And
Yeah, nice. Mm.
Okay, go ahead, Elliot.
yeah, no, I'd be happy to. Again, my reaction is obviously very relaxing, and it was all I could do to keep
Okay.
from falling asleep. And I guess my question is this a method to help one fall asleep? And if you were to do it during the day, is it like a substitute for what people often call a power nap or a cat nap during the day? Because I can see it's one very easily leads to the other.
Mhm. Yeah, good observation. And yes, it indeed, like a session like this can bring you into a calmer, relaxed state of mind that can be then conducive to a more peaceful sleep at night, for sure. And then also during the day, is it a substitute for a power nap? You just have to
Yeah,
experiment with that yourself. Yes, it can, but it can also help you, like getting into a more relaxed state and into the power nap.
but
It's a, it's a,
is
hmm?
one expected to fall asleep during
Oh,
this?
okay. I actually, this is not expected. If it is relaxing to you and you fall asleep, that can happen. For others, it can also increase clarity. So it's a little different for everyone, the experience, and you can use it in the way that is useful for you, that's beneficial for you. And so that's what I can say. The goal of the meditation is not to sleep. That's not the goal. It's just to relax the mind. And then it can lead into falling asleep. But actually, the goal is for other people also is to create a state of mind that is relaxed yet alert, like to have both. Because sometimes, we're like one or the other. We're like alert and tense or relaxed and sleepy. But to kind of find the balance between the two is also an interesting state of mind to explore.
Yeah, I find that when you look at the captions, it sort of keeps you from sleeping as well. You can focus on the captions with your eyes open.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually a benefit, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So we have a question by Neil
Yeah.
Steiger. He says he cannot disabled. Your audio is disabled, Neil. I guess so. He wanted to know, are the videos going to be enabled? Does that mean with captions? And yes, I think that they do have captions on YouTube. Sally, go ahead. Sally, you there? You're
Just a second here. I'm back in tune. That was lovely experience, really lovely. What jumped out at me was I have had a pretty stressful morning, worrying a lot about my husband, his physical condition, and what I didn't realize as I was doing the meditation was how tense my back felt. Just so tense. It still feels that way, but I am glad that I was made aware of it by the meditation because I wasn't thinking at all about how physically I was feeling, just emotionally concerned about my husband and from decisions I have to make. So it was eye-opening to me to realize how much our body carries the stress. I know this in my head, but to experience it so deeply today really impacted me quite a lot and helped me to really pay attention to myself and how I make decisions and, how my body reacts and how quickly I'm able to make a decision that seems important or delay it and think about it, pray about it. So that's what this experience did for me today, which was very, very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally, for sharing this.
Sally.
And Sally, yes.
Neil?
Yeah, and I just wanted to add for
go ahead.
Sally, and I just also wish all the best for you and your husband, and that he's well,
Thank you.
and that you can find ways to relax your back. Yeah.
Thank you.
Neil, we finally see you. I'm glad you got through on your video. Go ahead.
I did. My stress was starting to come back. I do have a question. It's not just of Janaki, but I'm probably mispronouncing your name. I'm sorry. How do you say it?
It's Janaki.
Oh, accent on the first syllable. Okay.
Yes.
Janaki.
Yes.
This is a generic question, and it's been a long time since I've had a guided meditation, and I have to say, first of all, I appreciate very much. It's the most relaxing I've been for probably for a couple of years.
Oh, wow. Great.
I appreciate that, and especially the draining exercise that just, I felt I could breathe better with that. My question is about tinnitus. I used to have tinnitus, never badly tinnitus, but I always had, like, if I looked for it, it was there. And somebody had once said to me, just accept it and love it. And I have not really noticed my tinnitus for years because of that. And I'm wondering if during the meditation, if people who do experience tinnitus could report on what, if anything, they experienced as a result of relaxing during the meditation.
That's an interesting question. Thanks, Neil. And I'm glad you found it relaxing.
Does anyone else have tinnitus that they can respond to?
Well, we had a
tinnitus
session on that. Yeah, we had a session on tinnitus last month where we heard about a new method that is a treatment. I have not pursued that, but perhaps Neil, if you could go back to our recording from the last chapter meeting we had, it was all about tinnitus and this new treatment. That might help.
Thank you, Neil. We have another question on chat by Carolyn Platt. Is it always best to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth?
We did this breathing exercise. That specifically was calling for breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. But if we breathe regularly, it's best to just breathe through your nose, only if you can. But again, breathe out completely to signal the body that we can relax. Yeah, I hope that answers the question.
I wonder if Cindy Walbrink has a question. Did you raise your hand, Cindy?
No, I do not have a question, but I do want to say I've been doing a lot of breath work, and I found it to be really helpful. And strangely enough, I can hear my oven timer now where I couldn't for years, and I haven't changed my settings on my hearing aids, so it's kind of strange, but I'm going with it. And I think maybe there's something about hearing loss that the stress of it just can take away your ability to notice sounds and all of that. So that was something I haven't shared yet. But anyway,
Yeah,
thank you for that, though. I really
yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, thank you for sharing this. That actually reminds me also, I haven't really talked about that much in the beginning, but that's also how I realized how the meditation is helping me. Because on the days I wouldn't meditate, or if I didn't meditate for several days, I had the feeling my hearing got worse. I'm like, how can this be? Like, it's not that my physical, like my hearing is changing. And then as I was looking into it more, it was actually that my focus and my awareness was changing. So when I'm tired, I feel like more I'm in like this brain foggy cloud, and then I feel like certain things are just not coming through to me. And so it almost seems like you had a similar experience there. And so the meditation is helping me with kind of like mental clarity and alertness in that sense. Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't see any other questions on chat, and the time is here for us to move on to the business part of our meeting. And I want to take this time to really thank Janaki and Janaki for doing such a wonderful guided meditation for us. For most of us, this has been the first time we've experienced something like this. So I think it's just wonderful. I encourage everyone to follow up with Janaki, other programs as well, which are very beneficial. I've attended 3 other early morning meditations that would have just been wonderful. So thank you once again, Janaki. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, Ken. And thank you for inviting me here.